What is going on, people? Welcome back. Johnny here, and we're back with the Imperials. We're doing too much hauling at the moment, so we're not getting a lot else done. They have base stations. Does this come with a cleaner robot? Yeah, it does. Okay, we're going to save up for some of these robots. I believe that's going to be a wise play and relieve some work that we otherwise wouldn't have to do. For the moment, though, I don't need anything. There was some commentary about why I'm cooking in the same area where I'm butchering, given the lack of cleanliness of a butcher table. So I think what I'm going to do is split this into 2 rooms. There's no great spot to put all this stuff at the moment, but we'll figure it out. Whoa, hello. They're shooting something. Oh, they got an iguana. Power's been fantastic since we got this bad boy up and running, and eventually they'll get around to building the second one. And auto door. Auto garage door. I have to figure out what I need to do. That'd be under structure in order to get door. Bulk goods trader. Holy smokes, man. It just doesn't quit. Lumi, you just happen to be there. That's fantastic. Why don't we call them up? Oh, that was definitely the wrong trader to call. 1 second. There we go. Ah, better. Now let's see what we can get rid of here. Alright, beautiful. Selling a ton of crap. Buying a ton of crap. There it is. Did I accidentally buy some cloth? Apparently I did. Whatever. I don't like that there's no button to click to immediately sell everything. I find that a little bit frustrating, but there it is. So the walls are done, and I need to get going on this next. That was a mistake, but we'll correct it momentarily. I think I'll leave it. Yeah, whatever. Cancel that, and then we'll want a door here. Okay, and then I can build a bunch of traps, and this door can be held open once I get the wall done, or some good chunk of it. And then I'm not going to put the traps in until they get done with the wall, because I don't want anybody stepping on a trap, as they will. Is this a chunk? It is. Alright, so do I have sandstone? I do. I was just going to extend this structure out a bit. I could even come down with it, like down to here. I don't want people having to walk through here. What if I just did this? I just need to separate those 2 rooms. And there's a decent chance I'm going to need a second cook table, because I guess we're keeping up with meals thus far. So perhaps I can hold off on that. Why don't I cancel this? Just so that nobody gets trapped anywhere. Okay. Now, what's next? Do we need a double up? Oh, they're getting this done. That's good. And this is going. So things are going really fast at this point, which is fantastic. I really want to get out and see how we're going to fare against our enemies. I did need to find that garage door, which I forgot about. Okay, auto door, which is probably something that's going to have to be done. And then RimWorld. Blast door is a no. Another trader. Now it's a rogue trader. I might as well call them and see what they buy, because we have a ton of weaponry around. I really don't want laying here forever. They don't buy squat. We do have a decent amount of cash. Do you have any material? Imperial Guard greatcoats. Ugh. Ha! That's perfect. We will take those off your hands. An auto gun. That one's excellent quality too, and cheaper. It's probably, so obviously it's not going to be as good. I don't know. I like the humble las gun. I'm not going to lie. And there's some mad hairs, which is meaningless. Does everybody then have... You equip that. You equip that, and then all that. Everybody should be set to attack. Actually, the hairs can't even get in here because we have security at this point. I think it's safe to ignore that. Alright, good. Well, some las guns are always awesome. Would you please haul these things? There you go. Where are you going with that? Let's just drop those inside before you go back to bed. Okay, so I'm doing the auto door research, and then we'll do Imperial vehicles, which is where the garage doors exist, so we'll get through that. Still need to finish common areas, storage room, which I'd like to have as close to this as I can. So I might alter the layout of this and put the eating room, I don't know, somewhere else. But one step at a time. When I go to war, I'm hoping I can have as many people come with as possible to, just in case. So far, we've just decimated anything the game's sent at us due to the insane strength of the las gun. But I don't know if I can rely on that or not. So, all right, I guess this door's been held open forever. Let's put a door here. Then I'll just move some walls over, and that'll be that. Butchering done in its own room. I do want to again leave a few tiles here, so this location for the wall is fantastic. What was that? They're practicing shooting. All right, good. Our other power generator's coming online too, which is good because we're a bit short somehow. I guess we have a lot running right now. Marriage is on. That didn't take long. Are they allowed to get married in the Imperial Army? I'm not sure, but clearly they're going to make an attempt at it, so there you go. Alright, so that isolates that, fixes that issue there. And traps are going in nicely. I'm going to leave this one open so they can get out here. Otherwise I got to put another door. Feels like a bit of a liability. Now, what's next? Power? Absolutely fantastic. We're smelting items. Bioferrite mask, that's fantastic. And we have a path to get over there. I wonder if I can just hold this open. I don't think the filth will spread if it's open, but I guess we'll find out. Now, I have enough slate. I have a decent amount. I need the hospital soon. There's like 50 things we need, right? So I guess workroom. I'm going to regret not doing a hospital if I don't do it, though. So let's go find sandstone, which actually I have a decent amount. Let's see how far I can get. I prefer to do it on the sand because that's not land we're actually going to be able to grow anything on at any point. There we go. Traps are in. Everything's stable. Somebody seemed... Oh, I keep thinking they're hunting, but they're definitely not hunting. Where did my research... The reason the research isn't happening is because I don't have a research bench right now. I'm just waiting on that to get done. Somehow they did complete a little bit of it, and I suspect that was via reading books. I saw progress happening. Another trader, for the love of everything, man. I don't know what's going on, but they're coming like mad right now. Okay, I don't want to sell anything. I have $2,000, so I can see if I can buy something. Void flak. Oh man, I can't afford that flak plate, or I'd buy it. Chain swords, auto guns. Yeah, I think that's gonna be it. Not a lot to do right now. Okay, random junky clothes are rotting away in storage. That's a-okay. Temperature, we need to get this. I'm not going to keep it like super cool all the time, but it would be nice if people laying up in there aren't constantly having mental breaks. Okay, hang on a sec. Auto build things that are destroyed. There we go. We got to check home zone too because I'm not really sure. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so there's home. There's home, and I guess we can clear home zone away from this section and anywhere else I don't want it, where I randomly put it inadvertently. There we go. Now we're in business, right? Still got to crack into this, but fortunately we got all these traders. I bet we've dramatically reduced wealth because I'm just dumping anything we don't need. This is a military mission, not a mission. Oh, sad vagabonds. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. I am mining steel, so we're finally running a bit short on that. And I think I will also mine this, and then we'll just rebuild that wall. Now that most everything's done, I do need some lights in here, so that'd be under furniture. I'm going to do a couple wall lights. I like that there's wall sun lamps. So where is the... Alright, we're going to need 2 of these. So let's just do that. I'm also going to need to run power. These vagabonds came in. Oh no, those are my people. Never mind. They are kind of vagabonds, right? But Alright, there. Research is kicking ass now. What? So I don't even think I have the juice. This thing takes 5,000. Let's turn it on. We do have the power while the wind's blowing. I'll keep an eyeball on these. I'm not sure if it uses power when they're not researching, because if it doesn't, then it's just fine. So I'll try to pay attention to that. Alright, let's get that put back in. So right now we have like 400, 500 extra, and even slipping down into the negatives as the wind eases off a bit. Oh yeah, so whether they're using that or not. Alright, let's do this. Honestly, I don't really want to babysit that thing the whole time I'm playing here. Where is the... Everything got shifted around here, and I'm not a big fan of it. Alright, let's just put a tick of power there so I can do that myself, turning it on and turning it off. We're doing fine with it on so far, but there will be a time that is not the case. Now, floors for in here. Now, it's a hospital. Ideally, you do sterile floors, but how much steel is I going to use? 7. That's called commitment, people. And then let's just find... Where's those stone floors I was using before? Alright, there we go. And then we're going to need a path all the way down there as well. We're just doing sandstone gravel, which is fine. So I think we'll run it up here. Here. I'm not going to make it too wide for now. It would be nice to mitigate all this sand, but I don't know quite what I'm going to do up here yet, so it's going to change. Alright, business, man. Lots of progress already. How are we doing for granite? 594. So we need to double wall this, and then I think it's time to get out on the road and do some butt kicking. Somebody said in the comments that if I load steel in here... Let's just try it. How do I load cargo? Steel. Let's load 500 steel. Accept. Someone said that would cause the thing to get to be able to shoot. Now let's see if that's accurate or not. Next I have a foot trader showing up. I hate the way the Imperials... Ooh. Lumi got in a social fight with somebody. Who's the trader here? Oh, there you are. Nails. Go trade with Nails. Imperial trader. How about we hold off so our crap doesn't get dumped in the water? Simple sidearms was recommended as well in the comments as a way to get Lumi to actually be able to hold 2 weapons, which I think will prove useful at some point. Alright, looks like all the critters are across. What do you think these guys have for us? Or what will they buy? Alright, that's highly disappointing. There's like nothing there for me. Never mind. Waste of time. I have to build a multi-analyzer before I can do the next research item I need, and to do that I need to get through fabrication. It's going to be a little bit because those are some pretty significant research items. Insane ramblings broken up with by Volgus. Well, also I'm chopping wood all over the place on the map, so we need to get that brought in. Maybe that thing caused the insane ramblings. We should... So I can't destroy it, I don't think. Could dabble in a little chaos energy over there, but that feels like a bad play. If we're gonna stick to the storyline anyway. I mean, there's always probably a few corrupted Imperial Guards people in the mix. Be nice to get this whole wall dealt with properly, because right now it's also hodgepodge from the initial build. This looks hodgepodge too. What the hell? Oh, that was there from before. I put a roof up way back when to keep the fire lit. Am I out of steel? I think I'm out of steel. That's absolutely bananas. Well, let's do this. It's not a lot, but I guess we'll take what we can get. There's gonna be more though. Let's just go nuts with it. We're gonna need it. Hopefully no one's gonna get shot mining over there. So under Imperial vehicles, there are ammo boxes. These are what we need. I don't know what my specific vehicle takes, but we have las cannon battery packs and different ammo. So that's what we're after to get that thing firing. Let's see how far we get, but... Okay, so this is a bit of a problem. Why don't... Okay, you're mining that one out. That's perfect. Let's do that, and then I'll shift these other ones over, and we can mine this little area out too. This one will just... whatever, it's fine for the moment. A lot of compacted ceramite in these hills, also adamantium. I'm gonna start making crap out of that at some point. Shamblers. I've been just ignoring that. Those dudes are not a threat. There's only 2 of them too, unless they start some kind of dark ritual, but I think that was only the humans that do that. Alright, there we go. We are secure again. Now we may expand this through there. We have a little bit more steel, at least enough to finish this, which is what we're after. We're going to need a mountain of steel, by the way. The traps ate up a ton of it. And making ammo for the Chimera is going to take up a ton of it. It doesn't really tell me what... Imperial Rogue Trader. Another... Jesus, man. What is going on? Lumi, why can't I click you? Because there's too much crap overlaying it right now. I keep calling all these people, but... They have a bolt gun, and I'm going to try and buy it. Oh, look at this. We have more elephants. -7. Somehow it didn't sell the stuff I tried to sell before. I don't know why I would do that. There it is. Do you have any steel? You do not. Okay. I should start checking and making sure all my crap's showing up. Alright, let's give that to you. And then you can just drop this thing. Las pistol. Put the las pistol down too. Now hopefully that's pretty insane because it indeed looked insane. Okay, we do have home zone here. So now I need to build beds and stuff to get the hospital, beds and shelves to get the hospital fleshed out. Another rogue trader. They have a brain. Yeah, I need to queue up a crap ton of funds. There's Astartes armor. That'd be fun. They have another las gun. Why is that one so cheap? Nah, I don't know. Maybe the other ones were too. Either way, we're in decent shape for the moment. So I'm working on the prison here. I put in prison cell doors. I made a bunch of beds. 10. Because when the injuries start rolling, sometimes it goes nuts. You're going to need little tables in there. I just harvested a crap ton of wood, so there is no 1x1 table, sadly. We'll just have to get by with this. There's a... Jeez, with... You know what? I could actually use something. Alright, you guys go away. Something from these clowns. No. I want the exotic goods trader. And then, what else was I going to do? I need a stool here before I forget. 1, 2, 3. Looking good. That should be fine. They don't recreate anyway, so... There's some heavy bolter ammo. I don't know what the turret on that gun is. It doesn't really say, so I'm not really sure. I have a ton of... No. Don't I have Psycho... Oh, it's on a shelf somewhere. That's right. We're using that for happiness. So we're going to keep the Psychoid Tea this go around. Alright. I sold that ear I'd been hanging on to. That was all I did. I see I can buy brains, and I know I have people with a few brain injuries. Seems a little weird to do a brain transplant, though, so I guess we'll see how that goes. For instance, our Commissar here has a destroyed hemisphere, but no reduction in capacities, so I guess I'm not terribly worried about it. Esparza must have got plunked in the head a few times because her helmet took out on her. I need more chunks. Give me some chunks. Here we go. Sandstone, it's perfect. Alright, bring that in because we're going to need the building materials anyway. Not a lot getting done in terms of smelting. I don't know why. Like, we have... Oh, there was last time I looked. Dude, we have so much stuff here. Okay, yeah, there are still bio-coded things. I guess they're just busy, and that's fine because things feel like they're happening, so I'm not going to complain too much. I did put pathways all the way through all the sand to try to keep the filth. This immediately filled up with sand filth, so I'm assuming that's what the issue was. Once we get some more of that material, I think I'll just go ahead and do this as well. And this. Yes, yes, not enough material, I'm aware. Alright, I'm hunting all manner of animals to keep the meat supply from running out, and we did... That's no bueno. Oliphants, huh? Looks like Imperial, buttheads are gonna have to... they might... I don't want all my traps destroyed. This is actually not a great idea. You guys should go back in. Come out down here. Don't get shot by those clowns. You lot. And you. You're with us till the end. This should hopefully help with my meat collection issues. Is that a mad baby elephant? Yeah, it is. Oh. Oh, so sad, Dumbo. Why would you do that? Alright, finish them off. That's it, everybody. You're free. I know we have at least... one that didn't rot. Yeah, whatever. Alright, that's 2. Good. That makes for good meat. We got hungry mouths to feed here. Well, we made great progress today. We have a hospital, a prison. I'm going to collect some more resources. I'm going to finish this double wall, make a few common areas, and we're going to get on the road. I would like to get the research done to be able to use the firearms on this. We also need to get the biofuel refining put in. We have a ton of rice. I'm growing way too much, but I think we're going to end up converting quite a bit of it. I can't use wood this go around because that's scarce, relatively scarce in on this map. So please, please leave a like if you are enjoying. I do have to fill these areas in too, so we don't get pigs in the base. We're just gonna slaughter them. I don't want any animals. That's not where we're here. We're not here to farm unless we absolutely have to grow food. We're shooting a lot of emu, but we also have these insane las guns, so I'm not terribly worried about that. Again, this needs to be filled in. Just using slate. We'll see if I have enough, otherwise I'll switch around. It doesn't really matter to me so much, so long as I don't get an infestation in the base. I'm hoping to push those out this way. Uh-oh, I just realized this problem. Okay, that's alright. I'll deal with that too then. So we have to move some walls around so that if the infestation happens, it's not here, it's here. So anyway, please leave a like if you're enjoying. Leave a comment. I read them all. I do respond. I appreciate you guys being with me today. I love you all, and I'll see you next time.